Welcome to the McKnight Center, and thank you for joining us on Center Stage. During this series, we invite you to learn alongside us as we take a closer look at the performing arts, guest artists, and so much more. We encourage you to keep on learning and to create your own fun at home. Joining us today, we have Wayne Bovenschen. He is one of many advocates for the McKnight Center and the percussion professor for the Michael and Ann Greenwood School of Music, a part of OSU's College of Arts and Sciences. Soon enough, we're going to be learning to make music with Wayne, but first, he's going to treat us to a brief solo inspired by Benny Goodman's Sing, Sing, Sing.
There's a tune by Michael Jackson called Billie Jean that was obviously very famous, a #1 hit. And the drum beat to that is something that in the music business, lots of drummers will just call it the money beat, meaning there are so many tunes that use this exact same beat. You can listen to almost any AC/DC tune, lots of rock tunes, lots of metal tunes, will use the same thing. Basically, all you're doing is with your right foot, you're going to play, or you're going to, put the foot down, for lack of better terms, every other beat. So if I have a beat that's going like this, you're going to play on 1 and 3 with your right foot. So it's just 1, 3, 1, 3, okay? And the hands are what make the beat happen, okay? Your left hand, which is going to play the snare drum up here, goes on every other beat, basically 2 and 4, all right? So the resulting rhythm you get is going to be 1 here, 2 here, and you get. And for those of you who know that tune really well, you can probably hear the bass line going already. Then the only thing that your right hand is going to do is over here on the hi-hat, it's going to play, well, what we, if you are not familiar with musical terms, it's eighth notes, but it's going twice as fast as what your hand and foot together are doing. So you've got this going, you know, there's so many drummers out there that have all of these great abilities. But when it comes down to playing with a group, your job is to keep the time, and that's it. You know, you don't have to be able to play, you know, all of these incredible licks, you know, like... That's not important in the grand scheme of things, all right? What's important is, can you keep the beat the same all the way through? So if you actually put on Billie Jean on your phone, on your stereo system, on your record player, depending on how old you are, or young you are nowadays, I guess, you just take that beat, you know, let me get that beat in my head, and this is what you hear. And that is Billie Jean, you know, with very little variation. So if you listen to that at home, you'll know, you know, now that's basically all you have to do is to just take your, you know, right foot. And again, you know, you can do this without any drums whatsoever. And we do this in my class all the time, where you just take your left foot just stays on the ground for this particular beat. And the right foot does what we had already talked about, and you just play it. So, you know, there you go. You've got something that you can play at home, play along with. You know, you get your chair out, turn your phone on, and listen to that tune, and just play along. It doesn't take a lot. You know, you don't have to go out and buy a $2,000 worth of a drum set in order to actually learn how to drum. Just the simple basics is all that it takes. So I hope you've learned something and enjoy yourself.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Wayne. I'm sure that we have a lot of at-home viewers that are going to be excited to practice that cadence at home. Mm-hmm. Do you have any suggestions or tips to help up-and-coming percussionists or even our at-home viewers to enhance their technique?
Well, the thing that is really neat about percussion is that no matter what you play, classical, marching band, drum corps, drum set, pretty much everybody, and I'll do this on my legs so that I don't, you know, destroy the sound here, but almost everybody plays some variation of just straight notes with one hand. We call it 8 on a hand, mm-hmm. and it's just, and you just go back and forth.
Yes.
You know, back and forth, and you know, you're a person that taught in the marching band a lot, and so all of a sudden you get off the bus at some site, yep. and the first thing you hear is all these drum lines all over the, you know, all over the area, just gong, 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 gong. Yeah. And that's, you know, we all do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Similar to a wind player that will just do long tones. Mm-hmm. You know, that's our long tones. Just so there's not any confusion, some people see the way I'm holding my sticks here, and some people see this. There isn't one that's advantageous over the other. I did that because it was easier the way I was configured here. But you know, and I play both. This is called traditional grip, and this is match. But yeah, that's what every single drummer starts with. So you can grab two. You can go to your local music store and get a pair of drumsticks easy, and get a bucket, mm-hmm. you know, and just start, you know, doing, you know, if you wanted to be a drummer, you know, I can start you out. Keep the back of your hand flat, make a 90-degree angle, and start playing 8 notes on each hand, and you're ready to go.
And since that 8 on a hand, like you know about my background, it does bring up memories, and so I know its existence and I know it well, mm-hmm. but I never knew the why. What does it do for you as percussionists?
Well, if you ever see, you know, what we do percussively is a little closer to what an athlete has to do. Mm-hmm. So when you see runners out on there and they're bent over, they're stretching their hamstrings, they're stretching their quads and all that, we have to do the same thing right in here. Oh, and that's what that does, is, you know, you can, when you bring that stick back, and you go and you do the repeated strokes, you're basically warming up these muscles right in here, you know, and on the top as well. But awesome. That's the whole point of it, is it's a warm up. It's calisthenics.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for those tips, and hopefully our at-home viewers can apply those at home. And speaking of which, We encourage you to share your at-home creations with us. So as you're practicing, as you're creating the cadence that Wayne has shared with you, we encourage you to share your creations simply by uploading any videos or recordings in the comment section below. Wayne, I want to thank you so much for joining us and helping us to create this series. So we know you're nearby and you're an advocate for the McKnight Center, so we continually thank you support. So thank you so much for that.
We're blessed to have this facility.
Thank you. And a special thanks to each of you, our viewers, patrons, and advocates. Thank you for joining us and learning with us here at the McKnight Center. Keep an eye out for our next installment, and until then, keep creating at home.